Men of Reddit, what are some things women think we like, but couldn't be more wrong about? We don't like Axe body spray gift boxes. If we're naked together, you've already won me over. No need to hide your stomach or try to cover your behind. Most men are as insecure about their body as you are about yours. The 23,000 comments here could probably be condensed into two about not playing hard to get and communicating directly. Other girlfriends, boyfriends, who like the same things as us. Baby, I get that Sarah's boyfriend likes baseball, but I hate people. Toothy blowjobs. FCK whatever hack Cosmo writer started spreading that nonsense. As much as Cosmo says I like my balls to be punched, I actually really don't. Insisting we fight for you. So you publicly declared you prefer another dude. But you secretly want us to commit assault and battery on each other? Yeah, no. Bye. Men hate unwrapping a stick of butter like a candy bar and eating it in front of our grandparents. Edit. You're all morons. Comma. Can we get a little more on this? Physical contact. Don't hit me just because I'm a guy. It irritates me. Yes, I can take it, but do I want to? No. Ugh. I had an ex-girlfriend actually swing at me at a crowded bar once because she was angry about something. I grabbed her arms to prevent her from punching me in the face, and like every dude in there was giving me hard looks like I was the aggressor. I had to leave right after that to avoid some dude starting shitty with me over it. Not cool. Ladies. Not cool at all. Trial by combat. No means no when it comes to tickling. This goes for both sides TBH. Personally, I hate when a woman doesn't initiate any sort of sexual contact or show any kind of interest in it. They say it's because they want us to just go for it. But if it doesn't look like you want it, the last thing I'm gonna do is go for it. Braiding our beards together and asking Home Depot employees for help getting them apart again. When I read this, I immediately thought it was Christmas related. Gloves. Do not get me gloves. Or a scarf. Playing hard to get. No. I don't want to feel like winning you over is the Hunger Games. No. I don't want the sense of pride and accomplishment. I want to know if you like me or not, and playing hard to get is always mixed signals. Not a woman. But last time I was in a Walmart, there was a for men gift section that was under the impression that men are basically just variations of Tim Allen in Home Improvement. Acting like all your problems make you cute and quirky so you hold on to them. Like, lol, I'm so reckless I bought a $900 phone. Why am I so bad at finances? OMG, I just ate 2 cheesecakes after my doctor said I'm borderline diabetic. What a mess I am, lol. FCK off. You're not quirky. You just have bad impulse control, and this is why we broke up. Biting their lip to look cute. When my wife does it, she thinks it's so SI. I just don't have the heart to tell her that she's supposed to bite her bottom lip. All the comments I've read so far have interpreted like girls are attracted to in women. I thought there would be a lot more commentary about too many bacon or whiskey flavored things. Loud cars. Their moms. Etc. Asking questions about a show or movie neither of you have ever watched while you're both watching it. Who is that guy? Is he the killer? I don't f***ing know. Sarah. You've seen the same amount I have. Having to be the pursuer. Romantically speaking. Nobody wants sex 100% of the time. So when men are the initiator all the time, they also get all the rejection. That wears one down a lot. Edit. Since this took off a bit, I should clarify that this does seem to impact men the most. But it applies to anyone who is the initiator almost all the time. As soon as a girl would play hard to get, I would just immediately assume they were extremely high maintenance and not even bother. Cheating. I was lucky enough to have this relationship. I'm far too lazy to start a new one. And 2 at the same time? Stealing your hoodie's sweaters and not returning it. Not cool, man. It is my hoodie. Duck faces. Sharpie eyebrows. Refraining from doing things because that's a man's job. It was so effkin hot when my GF suggested we go get the stuff so she could change her oil, because how hard could it be? Men aren't used to living with those kinds of mental roadblocks, and it's super refreshing to hear that something pretty simple isn't out of bounds due to crotch arrangement. I'd fix that squeaky door. But, you know. Hints. We are dumb. We don't pick them up. Be blunt. Playing hard to get. I guess the logic behind it is that the harder to get something, it must mean that you really want it. Acting like they're into your hobbies or interests. I watched my dad marry 2 different women that loved hunting and fishing too. The old man spent every free weekend in the woods or on the water. Those 2 women tagged along for 6-8 years thinking they were being a good wife. Eventually both of them grew to not only resent going with him, but were angry that he never took them out or did anything else. I'm not saying he was perfect, but he was the honest one in those relationships. Don't pretend. Just be honest up front. My chick has zero interest in most of my hobbies, and because I know that, I find other ways for us to spend time together. And I knew that from Jump Street, so there's no resentment or anger bubbling under the surface that will culminate in an angry divorce at some point. Please don't respond to my "are you having fun?" with "I am." If you are. I genuinely feel joy when I can share something I love with someone and they have that glint of excitement in their eyes the same way I did. Just sticking around for something I already experience and you are not enjoying doesn't make me any happier. I'd like to counter this. There are lots of things that my so enjoys that I'm a bit apathetic about. For example, he loves airplanes. So we go to the Air Force Museum and the Air Show and Air and Space Museum. And he has a blast and gets as excited as a kid on Christmas. I only enjoy going because it makes him happy. And I like it when he's happy. But I wouldn't go to any of these places on my own or with anybody else. So in those cases, I have fun because he's having fun. Guys that do not have big dicks do not want to be told their dick is big. They know their dick is not big. They know that you know that their dick is not big. So it just seems really phony and fake. Instead say how f***ing good it feels. If he's really hard and you like it really hard, tell him. If he's hitting the good spot, tell him. Tell him you liked getting him off or that you liked him getting you off. Tell him you love getting FK'd by him. But do not tell him his dick is big. The second a girl does the hard to get thing, I just assume she doesn't like me and move on. The girls that I've been involved with were very upfront. They made themselves available and we subsequently went and did things together. Doing the cute dumb thing. Ladies, it isn't cute. There is nothing wrong with being smarter than a dude or smarter than your peers. Much love, ladies. Tell us what you want. Whether it be food, sex, material possessions, whatever. This will build a list of things we know you like and will allow us to surprise you with similar things in the future. It is so damn infuriating to constantly hear "surprise me" and then catch attitude for a week afterward when our surprise wasn't what you actually f***ing wanted in the first place. Should your partner know you well enough to surprise you with your favorite food, clothes? Yes. But only after they know what those things are. Edit. Holy hell, RIP my inbox. Being hyperactive on social media makes me question if they even have a life. Playing dumb and acting like it's cute to not know how to do things. I'm not a fan of that. That just because you have big boobs that's all we're interested in. Face like a train wreck? Oh, that's okay you have big boobs. Personality of Cruella de Vil? Oh, that's okay you have big boobs. Big boobs does not equal a great rack. Trying to work out what's upset them rather than just telling us. We're not mind readers. We work best with facts. Tell us why you're pissed off. When you're pissed off and who pissed you off. That's the 3 salient facts we need, then we can give you a constructive answer. And if it's us that's pissed you off, Then tell us at the time. If I've asked you 3 times what the matter is and you still say nothing with that shitty look on your face, then I'm going to play the game too and pretend like all is well with the world and get on with what I'm doing. If you turn to me at 2 in the morning and shake me awake to explain that I did something to upset you, don't expect a great reception. I can't be dealing with the emotional minefield you ladies like to lay out. Either tell us what's upsetting you at the time or it will become invalid after 3 days. False pretense. Asterisk. Hey. Could you help me with X? I can't remember what he said in lecture. When is that due? Do you know how to do Y? I'm man. Man solve problem. Man is happy. Man not thinking that problem is fake and woman just want to talk. Man is sorry but cannot help overriding instincts to problem solve. Really? If I'm willing to troubleshoot matters at the drop of a hat, it's a safe bet that I'm willing to have a conversation. If I'm watching a show that she doesn't watch and she wants to sit next to me and watch too, that's fine. But don't proceed to then ask 1000 questions. I've watched 5 seasons of this show, you're not gonna catch up in 20 minutes asking me questions. Wait, that guy makes meth but he that other guy's chemistry teacher? F-king sports. Not all straight men want to watch sports. No, I don't give a FCK about someone I never met playing with a bunch of other people I don't know. Nareo through a copyright airing weird, I know. But heaven forbid I not follow the local cult around watching all the games. Apparently women think I like men. But really I am as straight as a circle. Fake nails. I get it if you personally like them. But don't do that shit for my benefit. Nails are like expensive purses. Their purpose is not to impress men, but to impress other women. Lip injections. Duck lip photos. So stupid. Asking them a yes/no question that gets the most non-committal answer ever. Would you like to go to the show tonight? I'd love to go, but I get home an hour before it starts and I don't want you to wait for me. I think it'd be awesome, but if you find someone else who'd like to go, you should take them instead. Can you just say no and that you're busy tonight? Please? As a woman who has done this before. It comes from the fact that when you answer directly no, I'm busy, many guys take it that you aren't interested at all in their company and their future and or get offended. Sometimes they even get pushy and go into topics about your relationship status which you just don't feel comfortable with. This is a strategy many of us use in order to avoid all of those things and make it easier for ourselves. Women think we like other women. Sometimes they are right. Sometimes we're just staring into nothing. Thinking about nothing, and yet it still looks like we're obsessing over some woman in front of us. Women think we love a good mystery. They seem to think that being mysterious can be fun. Interesting. Being mysterious is infuriating. Tell me what you want, you absolute maniac. Have you seen a tall girl trying to act small? I hate that. Be as big as you can. I love tall girls. The dog face filter in Snapchat. Well, as always, usual disclaimer applies. All men are different etc. But personally, owning or having an interest in brands or materialistic items that don't actually serve a purpose or function and are for display purposes only. E.g. if a woman has a UA-Cute 2K handbag and an equally attractive woman has a UA-Cute 20 handbag, the cheaper handbag is always more attractive. Because it signals that you don't value things just because they have been marketed to you as valuable or desirable. You actually value utility and make your own decisions, judgments. Someone who is brand aware and takes an interest of what is this season is an instant high maintenance red flag, which means avoid 100% in my book, no matter how rich I was. Spending on expensive things that do not improve their function is merely narcissism and pretty pathetic vile to me. You don't need to change your looks to please us. If I love you, I'll find you as I no matter what. Baby talk. I want you to sound like a woman, not a child. If your man wants you to baby talk to him, then in your best baby talk voice you should say, "Bye bye, Roy boy." Playing hard to get. Play with yourself. I got more important things to do than to chase after someone. Women think we like sex way more than we do. E.g. men can't be our pet because they always want it. A lot of married men and women I know have encountered this reasoning or similar. That is technically rape. Eyebrows that are plucked to unnatural shapes or drawn in just weirds me out. I copyright Aaron can understand some maintenance from men or women if a unibrow is going on. But aside from that, a normal, natural eyebrow is perfectly attractive. Being objectified. Being treated as a piece of meat. Having my ass grabbed when they're drunk. Being men in a world of double standards. Breast implants. Just because I have a penis doesn't mean I always pee standing up. Sometimes a guy has to sit and multitask. Or when you gotta wake up to piss at 2 AM and don't want to turn on the lights and scorch your eyeballs. I think there's an implicit assumption that all men like all sports, but in my experience the extreme majority of men really don't give a shit about most of them. Can't speak for all men. But leave my f-king nipples alone. I don't like it. Please be clear and concise, so that no assumptions are made. The idea that we all like and dislike the same things. Stories that contain a lot of details. I have a coworker that does this. It's brutal listening to every tedious detail that does nothing to advance her funny story. Last week. Well, I think it was 10 days ago. No wait, that was after Monday Night Football, so it had to be a week ago. My husband was driving his red truck. Because it's winter and he hasn't gotten the snow tires changed on our minivan yet. Just get to the point. You'll assume we're smart enough to figure out hints and signs and shit. I'm dumb as shit. If you like me, tell me. If you hate me, tell me. Playing dumb. Please. Stop. I find intelligence to be one of the sexiest attributes in a woman. Edit. Whoa. I didn't think this message would be a green light for misogynists to unload on how unintelligent they think women are. I guess when you don't have any significant other to talk to, you share your shitty opinions with strangers on the internet. Everyone likes different things. Except lip injections. Being one of the guys and having no girlfriends. Anytime I hear a girl state, I hang out with guys because I don't get along with most girls, IGTFO. It's a huge red flag. Edit for clarity. There is a difference between a girl that makes natural friendships with guys and the one who feels the need to belch out the statement above. The former doesn't need to state that, because frankly it's irrelevant to them. The latter is quite the opposite. In nearly all the cases when I've heard this statement, it's coming from some girl holding court with her latest circle of random dudes. She's typically loud and obnoxious, and the guys spend the entire evening cock blocking each other, hoping for a minute of her attention. Competing for their attention. I feel like a lot of women, especially in the beginning, think that by flirting or talking with other guys, we'll start jockeying for their attention. Which, for me at least, isn't the case. I'm not gonna fight for you unless you're my girl. Talking to other guys just tells me that I'm not number one on their list of interests. And if I'm not number one, I'm number none. I am not an option. Stop playing f-king mind games. We don't think it's hot. Playing hard to get is just f-king your chances over and making us hate you. Just say what you want done, and we will do it. Stop this dicking around bullshit. It's really not that hard. Vocal fry. Stretch tones. Baby talk. Innocent Bambi girl voices. Just f-king talk like a normal human being. Looking like Kardashians. Stop with this crap. Personally, sucking on my balls. I appreciate the thought, but I'm just praying she doesn't pull, twist, or bite them the entire time. Just ask. Seriously though, I'm going with hand jobs. Sorry, I can do that. And 9 times out of 10 I do a better job. Edit. Guess lots of dudes like them. So I guess my advice to women is to just ask. Why should I sit here and watch you make a mockery of something that I mastered long ago? I hate when a woman gets distant because she's in a funk, then when I give her space, she disappears. Weeks later, I ask why. The response is because I wanted you to chase me. What the FCK is that? Ladies, we are not and never will be mind readers. F-king Snapchat filters. I'm not a goddamn furry. So stop with these pictures of you as a dog or a rabbit. Hard to get. Matching bra and panties. I don't give a FCK if they match. If we get to the point where I can see them, whether or not they match is going to be the last thing on my mind. Talking throughout the entire movie. Who's that? Bitch, we are watching this for the first time together. I feel like this is from something. IDK though, from a lot of things, mostly real life. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Asshole. I read this question thinking OP was a woman with an amazingly dry wit. Men. Tell us ladies what we think we like. But are wrong about. Like pumpkin spice. Or the right to vote. Selfies where you hold the camera way above your head and look up at it. They are doing it to hide a double chin.